The year was 3472 by Terran reckoning, a time when the universe, once a canvas of distant, shimmering lights, had become a vibrant tapestry of interconnected civilizations. Yet, even in this age of stellar highways and cosmic diplomacy, certain corners remained untouched, holding secrets whispered only by ancient stardust. One such secret lay on Xylos, a planet of perpetual twilight, its skies painted in hues of deep violet and shimmering emerald from the twin suns that danced on its horizon. Here lived the Xylosians, a species of elegant, elongated beings whose forms seemed woven from pure light. Their skin, a translucent opalescent, pulsed with a gentle bioluminescence that mirrored their emotions, a soft blue for tranquility, a vibrant gold for joy, and a flickering crimson for alarm. Their voices, a symphony of chimes and resonant hums, carried the wisdom of eons, echoing through the crystalline spires of their cities. Their hearts, located in their chests, were not organs of flesh but pulsating nodes of pure energy, intensely sensitive to the subtle vibrations of the cosmos. Their emotions were not just felt, but seen, expressed through a vibrant play of light across their forms. They had mastered the art of symbiotic technology, their starships not mere vessels of metal but living extensions of their will, powered by consciousness and guided by intuition. Elara, a Xylosian of exceptional perception, felt a deep disquiet stirring within her energy heart. For cycles, a subtle dissonance had been creeping into Xylos' normally harmonious cosmic symphony. It began as a faint tremor, barely perceptible, then grew into a persistent hum, like a discordant note in a celestial melody. Their symbiotic technology, once flawless, now sometimes faltered, and even the luminous flora of Xylos seemed to dim. Elara's bioluminescence often flickered with a troubled crimson. She shared her concerns with Kale, her mentor and the eldest of the Xylosian Council. Kale, whose light pulsed with the steady, deep blue of profound wisdom, listened with an inner calm that belied the gravity of the situation. The great harmony weakens, Elara, his chimes resonated, tinged with sorrow. The cosmic threads that bind our galaxy are fraying. The Xylosians had always believed in the great harmony, an unseen network of cosmic energy that flowed through all things, connecting stars, planets, and sentient beings. It was the source of their power, their peace, and their very existence. But now, it was clear, the harmony was fracturing. A deep tremor passed through Xylos, shaking the crystalline spires of their cities. Elara's inner light flared a brilliant, panicked gold. A vast, shadowy void began to spread across the galactic map displayed in the council chambers. It swallowed stars, dimmed nebulae, and extinguished the vibrant cosmic currents that once crisscrossed the void. Panic, a sensation rarely known on Xylos, began to ripple through the populace, their bioluminescence flickering in agitated patterns. Kale's voice, though still calm, held a new urgency. "We must seek the ancients' knowledge, Elara. The prophecies speak of a time when the harmony would be tested, and a path would be revealed to those who dared to seek it across the galactic currents." The ancients were legendary beings, said to have traversed the galaxy in its primordial days, leaving behind cryptic clues and powerful artifacts. The Xylosians, for all their advanced technology, had always been a homebound species, content in their twilight haven. The thought of venturing into the vast, unknown cosmos was terrifying, but the alternative was annihilation. Elara, chosen for her acute empathic abilities and unwavering courage, was tasked with the perilous journey. Her starship, the Lumen, was a living marvel, its hull shimmering with the same iridescent light as her own skin. It felt like an extension of her own nervous system, responding to her thoughts and emotions. As she ascended through Xylos' violet skies, her energy heart throbbed with a mixture of fear and determination. She looked back at her home, a jewel of shimmering light fading into the cosmic dust, and a wave of profound sorrow washed over her. Her light dimmed for a moment, then, with a resolute surge, flared bright blue. The lumen pierced the veil of Xylos' atmosphere, entering the vastness of space. The initial journey was a dizzying kaleidoscope of starfields and nebulae, each a testament to the universe's breathtaking beauty. Elara felt a profound sense of awe, her bioluminescence pulsing with wonder. Yet, underlying this wonder was a constant awareness of the growing darkness, the encroaching void on the edge of her consciousness. The lumen sometimes shuddered, the symbiotic connection momentarily breaking, causing a sharp pang of fear in Elara's heart. Their first destination, according to the ancients' fragmented star charts, was Viridia, a lush, overgrown jungle planet famed for its sentient flora. The star charts were imprecise, forcing Elara to rely on her intuition and the lumen's delicate sensors to navigate the treacherous asteroid fields and gravitational anomalies. Each time they narrowly avoided a collision, her light flared with fear, followed by a rush of relief. Viridia was a symphony of greens and browns, its atmosphere thick with the scent of damp earth and exotic blossoms. Towering trees, their branches reaching for the sky, formed a dense canopy, their leaves 1,000 shades of emerald. The ground beneath was a living carpet of moss and fungi, humming with unseen life. Elara and her small crew of 2, the serene and insightful Lyra and the pragmatic and resourceful Zarin, descended into the planet's humid embrace. As they ventured deeper, they encountered the Florins, beings composed entirely of intertwining vines and glowing blossoms. The Florins communicated through an intricate dance of bioluminescent patterns and a melodic rustling of leaves. Their emotions were conveyed through the intensity and color of their glow. When they were happy, their blossoms vibrated with a soft, warm light. When distressed, their tendrils withered slightly, and their light dimmed. The Florins were initially wary, their tendrils recoiling, their blossoms dull. Elara, using her empathic abilities, projected an aura of peace and understanding. Slowly, tentatively, their blossoms brightened, their tendrils unfurled. They revealed that the deepening disharmony was causing their vital energy to drain, their ancient root systems withering, and their vibrant blooms losing their luster. They spoke of a sacred grove, deep within the jungle, where the echoes of the ancients still resonated. Following the Florins' guidance, they navigated through a labyrinthine network of twisting vines and shimmering, bioluminescent fungi. The air grew heavy with the scent of ancient earth and decaying leaves. They found the grove, a place where the trees seemed to breathe, their roots intertwined into intricate patterns. In its center stood a colossal, gnarled tree, its bark etched with symbols that pulsed with a faint, rhythmic light. Touching the tree, Elara felt a surge of ancient energy, a rush of images, a galaxy in perfect balance, then a slow, insidious corruption spreading like a blight. The tree revealed a cryptic message: seek the heart of the shattered crystal, where echoes of lost light persist. Their next destination was Christos, a planet of jagged, iridescent crystals that pierced the inky blackness of space. The planet pulsed with an eerie, almost painful light, reflecting the shattered remnants of its former glory. Christos was a testament to the destructive power of the encroaching void. Its once vibrant crystal formations were now fractured, their edges sharp and broken. The planet emitted a high-pitched, almost painful hum. As the lumen approached, the starship's systems wavered, the symbiotic connection straining under the harsh, chaotic energy emanating from Christos. Elara felt a sharp, agonizing pressure in her energy heart, as if it were being squeezed. Her light flared with a mix of fear and intense pain. On the surface, the landscape was a treacherous maze of towering, razor-sharp crystal shards. The air crackled with raw, unstable energy. Here, they encountered the Lidhans, beings whose bodies were formed from the very crystals of their home. Their forms shimmered with inner light, reflecting the fragmented beauty of their world. But unlike the vibrant luminescence of the Xylosians, the Lythans' light was erratic, flashing with angry reds and chaotic greens. Their voices were harsh, grating sounds, like grinding stones. The Lidhans were consumed by a deep, almost primal rage, their fragmented forms constantly shifting and colliding. They saw outsiders as threats, and immediately attacked, their sharpened limbs tearing through the air. Lyra, with her calming influence, projected a soothing aura, while Zarin, using his quick thinking, established a protective energy field around the crew. Elara, despite the intense pain radiating from her energy heart, focused on understanding the Lythans' distress. She realized their erratic behavior stemmed from the shattered state of their world, a direct consequence of the escalating disharmony. Their inner lights were constantly flickering, reflecting their inner turmoil. Through persistent efforts and a profound empathy, Elara managed to establish a fragile connection with their leader, a magnificent Lidhan named Obsidius, whose light, though fractured, held a glimmer of its former brilliance. Obsidious, in a series of harsh, grinding sounds, explained their anguish. The great harmony had once flowed through crystals, imbuing their crystals with life and sentience. Now, with its fragmentation, their very existence was agony, their consciousnesses fractured into countless shards. Their light dimmed with sorrow as they spoke of their lost connection to the harmony. Obsidious led them to the shattered heart of Christos, a colossal crystal formation that had once been the planet's core, now splintered into a million gleaming fragments. In its deepest chamber, where a faint, rhythmic pulse still emanated, they found an ancient device, unlike anything the Xylosians had ever seen. It was a sphere of pure, solidified light, cracked and dormant. Touching it, Elara felt a faint hum, a whisper of a powerful energy now contained within. The sphere revealed its purpose, a harmonic resonator, designed to amplify and broadcast cosmic energy. But it was broken. The message from the sphere was clear: the heart must be reforged. Seek the forge of nascent stars. The journey to the nebula of Genesis, a vast cloud of swirling cosmic dust and nascent stars, was the most perilous yet. The nebula was a place of immense creation and destruction, where new stars were born in fiery explosions, and ancient ones collapsed into supernovas. The lumen was tossed about by unpredictable energy currents, its hull groaning under the strain. Elara's light pulsed with anxiety, and she had to constantly focus her will to maintain the symbiotic connection with the ship. Lyra and Zarin, though outwardly calm, held on to the ship's internal supports, their own forms tense. Within the heart of the nebula, they found the Ignis, beings of pure, solidified plasma, constantly shifting and flowing like living flames. Their forms were mesmerizing, constantly changing, their light a blinding, fiery brilliance. Their voices were the roar of solar flares, the hiss of cooling gases. Their emotions were expressed through the intensity and color of their flames. When they were excited, their flames danced and soared. When they were angry, they blazed with an infernal intensity. The Ignis were initially hostile, their fiery forms radiating immense heat and threatening bursts of energy. They saw the lumen as an intrusion, a disturbance in their volatile home. Zarin, using his vast knowledge of stellar physics, managed to create a precise gravitational shield around the lumen, deflecting their initial attacks. Elara, her empathy reaching new heights, tried to connect with their fiery minds. She projected understanding of their volatile nature, of the constant flux of creation and destruction they embodied. Their leader, a colossal, magnificent Ignis known as Solarius, whose flames burned with an ancient, primal wisdom, finally acknowledged them. His voice, a deep, resonating roar, spoke of their sacred duty, to tend to the birth of stars, to ensure the cosmic balance of creation. He revealed that the disharmony was causing their nascent stars to prematurely collapse, their fiery hearts flickering into cold oblivion. He gestured towards a colossal, swirling vortex of pure energy, where a newborn star was struggling to ignite. Solarius, with a reluctant sense of duty, recognized the importance of their quest. He explained that the nebula of Genesis was indeed the forge of nascent stars, a place where the universe's raw creative energy was harnessed. To reforge the harmonic resonator, they would need a spark from a newly born star, in the focused energy of the nebula itself. It was a perilous task, requiring precise control over volatile cosmic forces. The Ignis, with their innate connection to stellar energy, were the only ones who could guide them. Together, the Xylosians and the Ignis embarked on the monumental task of re-energizing the harmonic resonator. Lyra focused her calm energy, channeling it towards the core of the nebula. Zarin meticulously adjusted the lumen's energy emitters, carefully directing the raw cosmic power. Elara, her energy heart thrumming with intense concentration, worked in harmony with Solarius, guiding the influx of stellar energy into the shattered sphere. She felt the searing heat, the immense power, the very fabric of creation trembling around them. It was excruciating, but she held on, her light blazing with unwavering determination. Slowly, agonizingly, the shattered sphere began to glow. Cracks sealed, the light within pulsed with increasing intensity. The sound of a deep, resonant hum, a pure, harmonious tone, filled the lumen. The harmonic resonator was whole again. A wave of profound relief, mingled with exhaustion, washed over Elara, her light flickering with a mixture of spent energy and renewed hope. Their final destination was a place known only as the Nexus of Echoes, a cosmic anomaly, a swirling vortex of ancient starlight and forgotten whispers, located at the very heart of the growing void. The star charts indicated it was the origin point of the disharmony, the very core of the cosmic blight. The journey was a harrowing test of courage and skill. The void pulsed with a malevolent energy, threatening to tear the lumen apart. Twisted remnants of long-dead stars drifted like skeletal leviathans. The air within the ship crackled with an unsettling silence, broken only by the hum of the re-energized harmonic resonator. Elara's heart pounded, her light flickering with fear and a deep, unsettling dread. As they approached the Nexus, they saw it, a colossal, festering wound in the fabric of space-time, a swirling vortex of nothingness that seemed to suck the light out of everything around it. It was a place of utter desolation, where the very concept of life seemed to be an affront. Within the Nexus, they found the source of the disharmony, a parasitic entity, a being of pure anti-light, feeding on the cosmic energy of the Great Harmony. It had no physical form, only a swirling, consuming darkness that radiated an unbearable coldness, extinguishing the very essence of life and light. It fed on despair, on discord, on the fragmentation of the universe. It had no emotions, only a primal hunger. This entity was not sentient in the way other beings were. It was a force of cosmic imbalance, a gaping maw in the heart of the galaxy. It had been growing for eons, slowly consuming the cosmic threads of the Great Harmony, like a disease spreading through the universe. The anti-light entity lashed out, its tendrils of darkness attempting to consume the lumen. The ship shuddered, the lights flickering, the temperature plummeting. Lyra and Zara braced themselves, their faces grim. Elara, holding the now glowing harmonic resonator, felt a surge of ancient power radiating from it, a warmth that pushed back against the encroaching cold. With a deep breath, Elara activated the resonator. A wave of pure, harmonious energy erupted from the sphere, a beacon of light piercing the suffocating darkness. The light of the resonator was not merely illumination, it was a symphony of cosmic vibrations, a melody of interconnectedness that resonated with the very fabric of existence. The anti-light entity recoiled, shrieking a silent scream of pure agony. The harmonious energy was anathema to its destructive nature. Elara poured all her empathy, all her will, all the hopes of the Xylosians and the Lidhans and the Florens and the Ignis, into the resonator. Her own light pulsed with a blinding brilliance, an explosion of pure, unadulterated life force. The anti-light entity thrashed, trying to resist, but the harmony was too strong. The void began to shrink, the tendrils of darkness retracting. The stars, once dimmed, began to shimmer with renewed vigor. The cosmic threads, once frayed, began to reweave themselves, shining brighter than ever before. As the Nexus of Echoes began to mend, a wave of profound peace washed over Elara. The pain in her energy heart subsided, replaced by a gentle, steady thrum. Her light pulsed with a deep, serene blue, interspersed with flashes of vibrant gold. She felt the Great Harmony reasserting itself, flowing through her, through the lumen, through the entire galaxy. The return journey was a celebration. The planets they passed, once dimmed by the disharmony, now shone with renewed brilliance. Viridia pulsed with vibrant greens, its sentient flora humming with joyous energy. Christos, though still scarred, radiated a softer, more stable light, its fragmented crystals beginning to reform. The nebula of Genesis pulsed with life, new stars blazing with fierce, hopeful light. As the lumen approached Xylos, the planet glowed with an intensity it hadn't seen in centuries. The Xylosians, their bioluminescence pulsing with unbridled joy, gathered in their crystalline spires, their chimes echoing in a symphony of welcome. Kale, his light a deep, unwavering blue, embraced Elara, his thoughts brimming with gratitude and profound relief. The Great Harmony was restored. The universe breathed again, vibrant and interconnected. The Xylosians, once content in their twilight haven, had been irrevocably changed. They had faced their fears, ventured into the unknown, and saved their galaxy. They had discovered the true strength of their empathy, the power of their connection, and the unwavering light within their energy hearts. Elara, now hailed as the Harmonic Weaver, looked out at the vast, shimmering galaxy. It was no longer a canvas of distant lights but a living, breathing entity, pulsating with the ebb and flow of the great harmony. She understood now that the universe was not just a collection of stars and planets, but a delicate, interconnected web of life, constantly striving for balance. And she, and all Xylosians, were now its proud, vigilant guardians. The journey had forged new alliances, deepened understanding, and ignited a new era of galactic exploration and cooperation. The Xylosians, alongside the Florens, the Lithans, and the Ignis, now stood as beacons of hope, their combined wisdom a testament to the power of unity in the face of cosmic adversity. The story of the Ember of Xylos, of Elara's courage in the rebirth of harmony, became a legend whispered on every star wind, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, the light of connection and empathy can always prevail.